All right, and we should be live. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Super Only channel and another Friday live stream. It's been quite a while since I've done a live stream. I figured I'd give you guys a little update on this 97 Coupe I have behind me. Some of you guys saw some pictures I put up where I show you guys that I got it painted recently. And as you can see, it's that Acadia Green paint job, which is the original paint color this car came in. But when I bought it, it actually had this weird kind of sparkly black paint job that was definitely not a high-end or high-quality paint job. It was pretty rough in some spots. So, bam, there you go. I'm going to jump up and give you guys a little tour and walk around the car as well. But I'll give you guys a little update on kind of what the process was, how long it took, because a lot of you guys have had some questions about the paint and how long it took and how much it cost and if I could recommend the person I got it painted from or painted with. And I'm going to go over all of those with you guys now real quick before we do a little walk around. Basically, the car took about 2 or 3 months to paint, and originally we had agreed to, something that was different than the final price. I think that's often the case because I ended up needing more body work, and I ended up doing a kind of a two-tone paint job where I have the lower section actually has a different colored paint along the lower skirt. And I'll show you guys a close-up of that when we walk around the car. And it ended up costing about $4 grand for the paint job total. And I shopped around, and that's a pretty competitive price for all the body work that needed to be done in this car as well. And it was actually painted by a guy named Yobani in his paint shop. He's a local guy. He's basically been working locally for a couple decades. And I'll put a link down to his account in his Facebook just so you guys can get a hold of him if you want to get a quote for anything. He definitely does all the different parts. He'll do your bumper, he'll do your hood, or your hood scoop, or your vents, or anything like that, front, rear bumpers, stuff like that. Okay, so here's a Acadia Green. Let me unplug the mic and we'll do a little walk around. As you can see, I've already put some of the stuff together. I got the front headlights in and those fog lights. So I guess that's the first thing I'll talk about is those front yellow fog lights. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below on these fog lights, but I think these yellow fogs with the green look freaking legit. Okay, so let's walk through what we're looking at here. This is the front grille. That's the 3D grille that's from the latest models. I think the model, 5, 6 and later, basically GCs. It's the one that comes out into the bumper. You can kind of see right there how it protrudes into the bumper. Gives it kind of a different, more aggressive look. Incidentally, on that grille, the honeycomb is a little bit different shape too. The US domestic model grille doesn't have that hexagonal or octagonal, I can't remember, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hexagonal honeycomb little shape. It actually has just kind of a more simple kind of hex pattern. So this 3D, I don't know, there's actually Kokai is what they kind of call it, grill. Looks fucking legit. And I actually got a new OEM little badge right here that I installed. So this is brand new. It's literally never even been outside or been driven through the dust or dirt yet. And this is freshly painted with the bumper. And then these lights are the depot lights that have the black kind of painted sections. Makes them look a little bit more aggressive, I think. And then I have the matching kind of clear corners right there. So that's what you're looking at right there for the lights. And then down here, we're looking at the depot yellow fog lights. And those are all in the factory brackets. I didn't do a video on installing that, but it's pretty simple actually. You have to take the whole front bumper skin off, and these little brackets kind of slip in little tabs. And actually, I think they only slip in tabs. I don't even think they have any screws or anything. And then you put the screws through this little light holding in, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video of that in the future. And then I have kind of the darker tinted turn signals, I guess these are, or running lights. I'm not even sure really. All right, that's kind of the front end of this car. Of course, I'll walk around it. One of the big things on painting these GCs is these door handles. So I actually bought a new set of door handles. But a little heads up to you guys, if you're going to buy door handles from the dealership network, there's no more coupe door handles. But the sedan door handles will work. The reason they say there's no more coupe door handles is because when you buy the new door handle, it actually comes with this little rod extension that is part of the mechanism inside the doors. If you actually have your old door handle from your coupe with that little rod on it, you can actually take that little rod off your old unpainted door handle, put that rod on the new handle you get, and then have that new handle painted. That's what I did. So these are actually sedan door handles, and I just took that rod off and put the coupe rod on, and it works perfect. I'm gonna do a little video on removing and installing these door handles, I think. I don't know, if you guys wanna see that, let me know in the comments too. That'd be kind of a good thing to know. Here's actually one of the rods I'm talking about. This is a shorter style rod. It's going to be on the passenger side. But these are the rods that hook up into that little door handle. Oh, here we go. Have the door handles right here. So I believe, oh no, this is actually the sedan. So the painter painted this one, and this was my stock one. And basically, when the painter painted this one, he got a little overspray on the rod that came with it. So this is actually the rod for the sedan. And the coupe rod is a much different shaped rod. The coupe rod actually, I think, goes a little bit further out. But maybe I'll do a video on that at a later time too. Okay, we got the spoiler here. So I got the RS spoiler that I'll be putting on this car. These are actually the trim for the rear tail lights. They're painted to match with that green. And then these are actually the mud flaps, OEM mud flaps from Subaru. But I have them painted with a flexible paint in this gray color. And this gray color is a two-tone paint that I have on the bottom of this car. So let me kind of go to the front again. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, this two-tone paint. Maybe we'll go on this side. Okay, kind of coming down here low. You'll see here on the bottom of the bumper, this lower section right here is painted in the different color gray, that contrasting gray color with the green. And I have that continued kind of along the bottom right here, and I have it continued all the way to the back, on the back bumper, right there. Looking legit. So I could also add some spats, and I'm thinking about picking up a set. There's actually a company that's now making carbon fiber spats. I could put some carbon fiber ones on, but I really think getting a set of spats, rear fender spats or rear bumper spats, and then painting this gray color would be the best kind of look. So think about getting some spats and painting them gray like that. Incidentally, in addition, I also have the clear JDM red and white rear taillights I'll be installing. Incidentally, there's another little piece on the front bumper that goes right in here. These are these little vent pieces, and they come in this weird orange color. Let me see if I can find one of them. Yeah, I got one right here. That's actually the part number for them, 5744FA210. And this, I assume, is the left-hand one. And pull the sucker out. Oh. This little vent is what I'm talking about. So these little vents come in this orangish, kind of burnt orange color. And this is the color they come from the dealership. This is brand new out of the package. I've never actually used it. I bought it from a dealership. And these insert in the bumper right here. Let's see. I actually have the one for the other side. So they insert right here in the bumper. And I'm thinking about painting this in this gray color that I have down here, just to match the same color. So let me know if you think that'd be kind of cool. I think it would be. Either way, this orange, I think, kind of doesn't look very good with the yellow. So once you go with the yellow fog lights, I think you got to paint this thing in some color. Either green to match the bumper or in the gray, which I think would be a cool two-tone kind of combo to do. Okay, moving on, let's see. Let's talk about the side view mirrors painted. That's another thing that the standard base models didn't have color match. They had just a plastic black. So having these side mirrors painted is kind of a big piece to give the car an overall kind of consistent, cleaner appearance that the RS had and the WRXs had and the STIs had. You can see on this side, I don't have the door handle on yet. I was going to save this one to do a video on it. These are the rods that are in here that I'm talking about. And incidentally, this one's going to be a little bit of a challenge because the painter actually broke off the little studs that it was screwed into on the door handle here and here. And so I'm gonna have to drill this out or hold these with some vice grips and unbolt them. There's a little bolt right here in the back, like a little 10mm bolt you have to unscrew. I guess that bolt was totally seized in these little threads. And I assume that's why the painter had to snap off the door handle and leave these little studs in there, to paint it. And then there's a little clip right here you can pull out right here like that. And that's how you get this door lock out. So the door lock is separate from the handle assembly. So I'm gonna go to the other side and talk about the interior a little bit. It's a little bit dusty as you can see, but it's looking legit. I also have all the seals out, and I've been looking for new seals. Maybe you guys know of any coupe door seals. Basically the seals that go here on this side, and the seals that go along the top and stuff. The ones that go along the top or on the body are fine. I'll be installing those soon. Okay, what are we looking at here in the interior? looking at the tan interior in an automatic. That's two things that are changing before this car basically sees any real road time. I'm changing this automatic to a manual transmission, and I'm either going to do a 5-speed from a 2001 RS, or I'm going to do a 6-speed from a 2014 BRZ, which is going to be a little bit more tricky because that 6-speed has a different way it controls its electronics, and that 6-speed actually has a starter on the passenger side, and normal EJs have the starter on the driver's side. So that's going to be some tricky stuff to work out for that transmission. But either way, I'll definitely be replacing this automatic transmission for sure. And then as far as the dash is concerned, I'm going to get rid of this whole tan interior. And I've already pulled the headliner out and all the interior kind of trim pieces that go on the A pillar, B pillar, and C pillar. Those are all tan as well. So I have a new set of gray interior plastic trim panel pieces and a new headliner that I'll be installing. The doors are an interesting thing. And actually, before I get to the doors, let's finish the dash. So I'm going to be pulling this dash. And as you can see, this is a pre-facelift car. So from 1993 to 97 was like the first generation of Subaru Imprezas in the design for the interiors. And then from 98 through 2001 was the second generation, which was called the facelift. So this is a pre-facelift, and in about 96, I think, they started having airbags. Maybe 95 or 96, they started having airbags. And when they installed airbags, the dash had to actually change the shape to accommodate the passenger airbag. So I'm actually going to replace this dash with the original early style dash with a gray one. And that's what I have right over here. Let me pull this back so you can see it. This is, it's a little dusty, of course. This is a gray style dash. It actually has this lowered recess section instead of that big bulge section for the airbags. So I'm thinking about basically swapping in this gray dash for the tan one and removing the airbags. I know that's kind of a controversial thing to do, to pull an airbag out of a car, and this car would kind of have to be sold under those really, I don't know, conditions that the buyer would know that the car didn't have airbags anymore. So I don't know, let me know what you think in the comment if it's a terrible idea to do that. But the dash is a much nicer dash, so I'm torn. Put the awesome classic dash in, or keep the airbags and maybe get a gray front dash that has the airbags, you know what I mean? So let me know what you guys think on that. I have a new carpet. I have the gray carpet. These seats are 98 RS seats, but I actually have a set of 2.5 RS seats right there, and I have the door panels for those. So I'll be putting those 2.5 RS seats in. Here's actually the carpet I have right here that I'll be installing. And I have the 2.5 RS door panels. But the problem with the 2.5 RS door panels is they are for power windows, and this car is manual. So those 2.5 RS door panels are a totally different shape because they have the little tray area for the buttons to control the power windows. And this door panel needs to have a hole right here for the crank and everything. So it's a totally different door panel than the 2.5 RS door panels. And I don't know what I'm going to do about that. So if you guys have any ideas or suggestions, I might just have to find a set of coupe door panels that were for a manual door or manual window door. If any of you guys know of any of those, there's guys got a pair down in San Diego that I've talked to, probably sold them by now. But I might get a set off of him. What else here? I guess these side tinted lights, these are actually the depot ones as well, and they're the darker smoked version, so they match like the front headlights. Installed those earlier. These wheels are the original OEM gold 5-spokes. These ones are really rough. They have a lot of curb rash on them, so these are gonna have to be repaired. And I plan on taking those to a rim repair shop to have them repaired. If any of you guys know of any rim repair shops here in the Bay Area, please let me know. You can send me an email or just drop a comment. That'd be cool. Here's those door panels I was actually talking about. And as you can see, there's actually this little lip right here where the switches go for the power windows. So no hole for the crank, right? So that's a problem. Not sure what I'm gonna do with these. Definitely a problem. And then these actually, I guess I'll grab one of these to try to show you. This is what I was talking about, matching. Oops, that's the wrong one. This one, right? No. Yes. Basically, no, that's gotta go on the back. Just kidding. I'm all confused here, huh? Let me get this one. Okay, this is the one. And I have to get all the way over here. Oh, that's the front. Showing you guys how these little painted OEM fenders are gonna look here. Basically, that's what we're kind of looking at. Those painted OEM fenders. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I'm installing them and we'll see what they look like. So that's those painted OEM fenders. Yeah, got a set of EJ205 heads. Incidentally, I got a video coming out tomorrow talking about that EJ205 versus the EJ207. I actually have an EJ207 in my blue 98 RS right now, and that is coming out tomorrow. So that's a walk around and update on the 97. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave the comments below. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I really appreciate it. This has been a little live stream update on this car, and I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope to see you soon. All right, later.